Hey, so just doing a little bit of work on the MT here. Got a couple things to fix and just gonna go over what the setup is. First thing is I had these motor fans, Surpass Hobby. Both of the fans failed after a couple of sessions of jumping, and took those off, and we're gonna put on a set of these nice NHX fans, which maybe are better, who knows. They have an aluminum case instead of a plastic case. 1/8 scale for like a 40mm motor cam. Got a couple other things we're gonna put on now too. A little bigger bumpers will be a good idea. So got the T-Bone racing one for the front. Picked up one of these before they went out of business. And then I ordered one of these. You can find these on Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, whatever. Has a skid plate incorporated too, which is really nice. Gonna put those guys on once we finish with the fan stuff. What I did to deal with my wiring is I have, first of all, my receiver with some extension cables is in this balloon to keep it watertight, and then I have the cables, connector ends and everything, so I can just tuck them all into this thing and put that in there. Not the super cleanest because I got this weird little thing, but this way I can plug in the lights easily and it keeps all this kind of stuff out of the way, and I just have these couple of wires coming along the edge here. And then use a little bit of the smallest size of automotive looming to wrap these wires. Otherwise, where this thing is at, so running the Hobbywing Max8 G2 censored setup with the 2250 kV motor. To get that to work, had to mount it sideways. So I have it drilled and tapped a couple of holes in this brace, mounted the plate to the brace, and then mounted the ESC to the plate. That's solid. I've beat the hell out of it so far. Nothing has happened, so that's good. This is where the tap and then the drill bit I was trying to drill the tap out with both broke inside the hole, so that's what that ugly business is about. But if you do this right and don't break your tap off, it actually works really cleanly. You know, just go slow, and then when you're tapping, remember to go back every so often. I got a little too aggressive. Anyways, this has worked really well. You can also mount it horizontally here, but then you've got to cut a little slot on the side here for the sensor cable to come out, and then that sort of loops out, and I feel like it would be really easy for it to get stuck on something. Desoldered one of the plugs and then resoldered the single plug because I only run one battery, just a 4S. And the battery I've been using is this one, which so far has been awesome. This is the Gens Ace Redline 7500 15.2 volt 4S 130C removable. Balance cable is really great. Bullet connectors, so you can take those off. It's just clean and it fits in here perfectly. I actually cut this so that it could fit a larger battery, cut this tray, but this battery you wouldn't even need to cut it. It actually fits in fine without that. So pretty soon here I'll probably order a new side panel. Definitely like this battery. The Gens 8's bashing that I was using was not good. It immediately had problems and I got a warranty on it, and that's actually when I ended up getting this one. It's been working really well. The other battery that I run on here is another Gens Ace. I have it covered up with foam to help it fit better with the strap size. This is a 5200 35C, and it works really good. It doesn't have the punch. You definitely notice the difference, but it's held up pretty well. I've ran this one in the water too, and it survived. Works fine, but this is really nice. Backflip LPs are the tires I've been running. These have been working really good, other than this one problem here where they tore. Not sure exactly what caused that. What else do we got going on here? The M2C bracing, steering plate, center brace, rear reinforcement kit. So far that's been fine. Here's the setup. I got the little side pods out of the way, so you can see how the plate mounts up here. What would be real nice is to have this made out of aluminum and have it tie into the bottom bar. So this is how much I think you need to cut out to leave enough room for everything. Just cut this into 2 pieces straight down there and leave enough around that mount. Cut that one pretty much straight down like that. You can see this will sit kind of like that once it's fully mounted. So everything is nicely out of the way. not getting squished. Here's a little something that I did. Cut these little pieces of rubber inner tubing out to fit underneath the battery tray, just to fill up that space, because otherwise it fills up with gravel. Here's something that I just got a little while ago too, to organize my stuff. This is so great. I think it's meant for like nail art sparkles or whatever, but each set of 4 is connected, and then each thing opens individually, so you can pour out whatever you need. Doesn't matter if it gets shaken around, and you can actually fit relatively long screws like these guys. I think that's a 20 or 30 mil. They're cheap too. All right, let's see how they sound. No vibrations or anything. That's nice. These ones, even when they were brand new, there was so much vibration transmitting through. The whole thing was just buzzing. This is nice and smooth. It's not doing that. That's the idea with that. We've got our little spot for the lights to plug in. Everything's nicely covered and out of the way, but it still gets plenty of airflow. Fans don't fill with rocks, so you still get some debris in there, but nowhere near without it. So definitely recommend one of those. And then when you need to change stuff, just pop that off. Only thing is you need to have enough of an edge to put that stuff on. Next step will be some bumpers. Then we'll get that body done up. Got this one for the rear, and a T-bone for the front. Start with the rear one. Alright, so there's the stock bumper. So what I'm gonna do, I don't like how this just flex up like that, and you can take this and put this in between here. Just cut a little section out of here for this to fit around, and drill a little bit of a hole here for this thing to go through and match up. So now we just have that screw in between, adds another little piece of absorption. All right, mounted up much more solidly. Now that it doesn't just flex off the bottom, it has a second point. Back is done. Honestly, I don't know if it's that much stronger than the original one. We'll see. It's definitely heavier. Not 100% convinced yet. A really useful little tool are dental picks. When your screws get full of dirt, you can just clean the dirt out with your dental pick. So then we slide that over the top. There we go, new front bumper, new rear bumper. Now to the next thing.